welcome back to the channel. This week I'm going to be talking about my top 5 Christmas movies. I am going to put a bit of a spoiler here. A Christmas Story or a Christmas movie, whatever that movie's name is not on this list. The reason why it's not on this list is because I've never enjoyed that movie and I never will enjoy that movie. I don't understand how people find that movie enjoyable, but if that's one of your movies, we can argue in the comments about that later. My top 5 movie starts with number 5, and that is Jingle All The Way. It's a movie from the 90s. If you have not seen it, I'm going to encourage you to see it. It's truly a movie full of hijinks, full of hilarity. The two of them are such a dynamic duo, which you wouldn't think that would be the case, being that like Sinbad is obviously more of a traditional comedian, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was just kind of like a bodybuilder musclehead. In this movie, they pull off great fathers who are just trying to get an action figure for their children, and absolute chaos happens. So I highly suggest find it on VHS, find it online, definitely take a look at Jingle All The Way. The next movie on my list, number 4, is Arthur Christmas. Now, Arthur Christmas is what I call a great modern take on a Christmas movie. It talks about the story of Santa, but it has such a nice twist on it. If you haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you're looking to be in the mood of Christmas, there are characters in this movie
that are they're along the lines of someone who's a little bit more
stubborn and not so much into Christmas for the right motivations. But if you are into Christmas for the joy and the pure bliss that is this season, I encourage you to watch this film. You'll enjoy it for the hilarity, you'll enjoy it for the heart-warming moments, and you'll also enjoy it if you love animation. This is the only animated movie or selection that I have on here. So if you have any other animated movies that you would put on your list, drop it down below. I haven't seen many animated films, but out of the ones that I've seen, this is definitely the one, and that's why it's number 4 on my list. Number 3 is Elf. I refused to watch this movie when it came out. At the time, I did not like Will Ferrell. I just don't know. I just had a thing about not watching anything that Will Ferrell was in. But a few years later, afterwards, I decided to watch this movie for the first time, and I am absolutely astounded. I am absolutely astounded as to why I did not watch this movie when it first came out, because Will Ferrell completely shifted the way that I saw him as an actor when he was in this movie. He truly became Buddy. I can't believe how endearing, how charming and silly, but how perfect he was for this role. I don't think this movie would have went off well if there was someone else in this role. I truly believe that Will Ferrell was perfect for this role. If you're looking for a movie that has great heart, has a great storyline, and has great surprises, I would definitely watch this movie. Number 2 also has a character that some people may or may not have a particular opinion on, but I'm talking about How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, if you have not seen this movie, what is wrong with you? Jim Carrey truly becomes the Grinch. I don't think that I can watch, no, actually I can tell you, I can't watch another movie where the Grinch is not Jim Carrey, because he truly, with every movement, with every facial expression, with every sound that he makes, embodied the Grinch. He was great when he was grouchy and was against the people in Whoville, and even when he had made the obviously expected turn to return the gifts. I don't think I'm spoiling much by telling you how the Grinch became good at the end, but his utter joy when he was giving out the gifts again was truly amazing. I love this movie. Now, if you have not seen this movie, please watch it. My number one movie is The Holiday. Now, this is a romantic comedy, so as you know, I love romantic comedies. I feel that it is the perfect kind of movie where you just get some hot chocolate, you have some cookies on the side of the sofa, and you're sitting with your loved ones. You could be sitting with your significant other. You could be sitting by yourself and you would enjoy this movie. It is the perfect amount of whimsy. It's a perfect amount of charming. It's the perfect amount of silly. The music is fantastic. The voiceover, the voiceover during Cameron Diaz's parts is quite hilarious, because it's funny because she does, in the movie, she produces trailers, and in her part, there's a trailer voiceover guy speaking out her life, which is quite hilarious. So I definitely would suggest you watching The Holiday. If you haven't seen it, some people haven't, I would encourage you to watch it and just enjoy. Now, those were my top 5 movies. They might not be your top 5. Whether it is scary Christmas movies, whether they were romantic comedy movies, whether they were animated, whatever it is, let me know what your top 5 Christmas movie list is. If you haven't already, like this video, comment below about whether it's your top 5 or just your Christmas things in general. My name is Jazz, and I will see you guys next week for... I'm going to be talking about my top 10 Christmas albums of all time.